Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install the Optronics Trailer Identification Light Bar. So this is going to be designed for trailers over 80 inches wide and as rear clearance lights. It's going to be a perfect replacement. In our case, our customer's light today was all beat up and not working anymore. So this literally bolted right on. So one big advantage this one has over many others is that it's going to be made out of stainless steel. That's something you really want to think about, but you're not going to have to worry about any rust or corrosion, and unlike plastic, you're not going to have to worry about it cracking. So with that being said, once you have it on here, really not a whole lot to worry about. However, if one of your bulbs does go out, you can replace them, and you can find those here at eTrailer. All three of the lights are going to be nice and bright, even with our shop lights on here inside. That way everyone can see you. Just to give you an idea of how they would look at nighttime, we'll go ahead and turn our lights off now. The back of the lights are going to be sealed, and the housings as well. That makes this light submersible. However, I do recommend to turn off the power to the light if you do submerge it. Now the light overall length from end to end is going to be 14.5 inches. It's going to be 1 3/16 of an inch wide. And from mounting hole to mounting hole, it's going to be 8.5 inches. And if we look at the depth or the thickness of the light, it's going to be 1 5/16 of an inch. So those measurements will help you figure out if you're going to be able to mount this on your trailer. So overall, it's going to be a great replacement and give you that peace of mind knowing that you're safe and legal. Now, as far as the installation goes, it is really easy, especially since we only have one wire to hook up. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and put the light on together now. For our installation, we found a spot back here in the center of our trailer where we're going to mount up our light. Now, we're actually just replacing this light. The old one that we removed is all beat up and not working anymore. So this one's just going to go in place of it. And since we already had that old light on, all of our mounting holes are actually going to line up. So to get it secured, just line up the holes. And then we can grab some self-tapping screws and secure it to the trailer. Now, if you don't have holes that line up, you'd simply just have to drill some out. And I do recommend to use these self-tapping screws to secure it. You can find these here at eTrailer. With our light secured, we can now hook up our wire. So we actually have a small hole here in the frame that we're going to pass our light wire through. Get that ran. Just a little extra slack. And then we can connect it to the trailer wiring. So this black wire here is the one that ran to the original light. And so we're going to take our new brown light wire and kind of cut it to length and get rid of all that extra wire. We're going to strip that end back. And fold it back on itself, make it a little thicker. And the way that we're going to connect it to is with a heat shrink butt connector. If you need some of these, you can find them here at eTrailer. Slide that onto the bare end of the wire. Crimp it down. And then just connect it to this side of the wire. Once we know they're connected, we can come back with the heat source and seal up our heat shrink. So this is what our butt connector looks like once we have the heat shrink all shrunk down. So I went ahead and just used a little clamp here to secure our wiring to the bottom of the floor. That way we don't have to worry about it bouncing around. So now we can go ahead and hook our trailer up and turn our tail lights on to make sure our light is functioning properly. And that'll finish up our look at and our installation of the Optronics Trailer Identification Light Bar.